But there's a report that came out the other day that under Joe Biden, he let 53 researchers and students, unpaid people, go in and actually have full access to the data of the American people at the IRS.
Welcome back, warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. Today, I've got Byron Donalds, congressman out of Florida, talking about the hypocrisy of the demon rats. Before we get into it, don't forget to smash that like button, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit all notifications so that you never miss the video that I post. Now, let's get into it. So everybody's whining and crying on the left, just having their little hissy fits. You know, they got to go buy them lots of depends, because with Cash Patel and Dan the man in the FBI, people are going to be literally crapping all over themselves. Like, they need some depends and some adult wipes, okay? The big ones, the flushable kind. So in any event, there's all this rage about Elon Musk having his people access, to IRS data. They're saying that like violates federal privacy laws. But there is something you guys may not have known. Well, you should have seen my video that back in 1997, former President Bill Clinton, well, back then he was the president, was doing an audit as well, is what he stated. Don't know how that went. Barack Obama said the same thing back in 2011, but interestingly enough, nobody whined about it. Nobody got ticked off. Nobody said anything. But when Donald Trump tries to do the same thing, oh, it's a problem. It is a big problem. Back then, I don't even know if they did anything. They probably just was giving up a bunch of words, just talking. But I want to show you this clip from Byron Donalds laying it down.
This is the kind of stuff. They're so upset about Elon Musk and the Doge team having access to the Internal Revenue Service data into the Treasury payment system. But there's a report that came out the other day that under Joe Biden, he let 53 researchers and students, unpaid people, go in and actually have full access to the data of the American people at the IRS. Joe Biden's administration let that happen. So they have no problem with the waste and the fraud and the abuse, as long as their special interest groups are being funded and their ideology is being promoted, regardless of the will of the American people.
See the hypocrisy? I mean, they do the same thing, but when anybody even associated with Donald Trump does something really with the intent to save money and to cut costs, to reduce the national debt, which is in trillions of dollars, and then they even want to pass on that savings, they're looking into it, possibly stimulus checks. The last report I saw was $5,000. Okay, I'll stay on top of that. But you see what I'm saying? So they don't have a problem with waste and fraud. Oh, just send money overseas for foolish stuff. But then when we actually try to do something good, I just think these people must hate our country. I mean, can't you just let us live in peace? Can't we just be happy? Can't we just enjoy without you trying to undermine everything? Yeah, I know why you're doing it, because you were crooked. If you hadn't been crooked in the first place, you wouldn't have to worry about Cash and Dan the man coming after you. What you gonna do when they come for you? Blondie Bondi, she's coming for you too. So, if you guys had just done right to begin with, if you just hadn't been so greedy, you wouldn't have to worry about anything. The love of money leads to, well, it's the root of all kinds of evil, is what the Bible says. So don't love it, okay? Just be thankful you have it, but don't love it. And these people have done all this stuff. I'm talking about a lot of stuff, allegedly all kinds of trafficking and letting things come into Black neighborhoods and destroying the Black neighborhood and the Black family, but pointing the finger at someone else. So I need everybody to wake the hell up. I mean, I'm serious. I'm getting saltier and saltier with every year of my life. Don't even try to sit back there in ignorance, thinking that someone with a D next to their name, or even an R in a lot of cases as well. Hey, I'm not just going to say the Republicans always do everything right. But let's be clear. The person we have in office right now is putting it all out on the line, trying to do what is right by this country. But yet you got the media and these clefty lefty woke folks who's so crazy and psychopathic. They're going to try to make it seem like what he's trying to do is going to harm us. No, the previous administration was harmful. The previous one. And then from 2009 to January 20th, 2017, under 8 years of Barack Hussein Obama, that's what hurt this country. They literally want us to focus on, they want to spread their ideology and make sure their corporate interests and donors get what they want, which is a sick, psychological kind of evil. It is sick. It is pathetic. It's psychopathic at this point. It has been psychopathic. So that's what's going down. This man, Jim Crow Joe, had more than 50 people with full access to IRS data, not some access, full access. Okay. Under Doge, I saw reports saying it was only read only access. That was it. Looking to save money. Okay, cutting the fat, as they say, any excessive and ridiculous spending going overseas, spreading this evil ideology. They wanted to spread it all over the world. And it's really bad in Europe. I'm sure you guys know how bad it is in Europe. All right, so next, something that goes along with Doge, we have a judge. Yes, Deborah Boardman, who blocked the Department of Education. Let's check this out. Okay, so this is Judge Deborah Boardman. She just blocked, not the Department of Education. She did not block the Department of Education. I misspoke. She blocked Doge from accessing personal records at the Department of Education. All right, so she just did this. Okay, she just did that. And I saw something else about the Department of Education that I will talk about more. I think I'm going to do a live tonight that's discussing it, talking about how, wow, that they try to get, the Department of Education is doing things that they should not be doing. Catch my live tonight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys, because there is a lot of dirt. And so when they put it out in the news that Department of Education is that Donald Trump wants to dismantle it, it is because it is not doing what it says it is. We're ranked very low when it comes to education in this country. And we're the United States of America. We're one of the top nations, but we're near the bottom when it comes to education. Like, why is that? They're too busy promoting ideologies and evil things than actually focusing on the basics. But let me read a little bit more to you about this Judge Deborah Boardman. Okay, this is more about Judge Deborah Boardman. It states here, this is under Lauren G. It states that the Judge Boardman is a self-described Palestinian, U.S.-born, and Joe Biden appointee. On February 5th, 2025, she granted an injunction blocking Trump's request to end birthright citizenship. She also ruled against parents requesting their children not be shown or provided graphic alphabet books in school. What kind of mess is this woman right here? Oh my goodness. Okay, it says on February 5th, it states blocking President Trump's executive order, which aimed to end birthright citizenship in the United States. Okay, and then also here it is that policy that previously allowed parents to remove their children from lessons involving books featuring LGBTQ characters. Okay, so on August 24, 2023, Judge Boardman denied a request for a preliminary injunction seeking to reinstate a Montgomery County School Board policy that previously allowed parents to remove their children from lessons involving these types of characters, the alphabet characters. The plaintiffs claimed that the exposure to these books contradict their sincerely held religious beliefs about marriage, human sexuality, and gender, and that the lack of an opt-out policy violates their children's First Amendment right to free exercise of religion. However, Boardman reasoned that mere exposure in public school to ideas that contradict religious beliefs does not burden the religious exercise of students or parents. The Fourth Circuit affirmed Boardman's decision by a 2-1 vote on May 14th, 2024. The case is currently pending before the Supreme Court after the court granted on January 17th, 2025. Okay, she is a Palestinian. It doesn't matter what descent she's from, but I don't like this ideology. Clearly, you see how she's thinking? This is like a Biden appointed judge, I believe. Did it say Biden? Yes, Joe Biden appointed judge. Wow. Interesting that all of these people have a certain ideology that they're trying to spread and blocking parents having the option to opt out of that. We have freedom of religion. I'm telling you that stuff, I really saw it very clearly under the Obama administration. They were being very hard on Christians, Christian bakers who did not want to make a cake for a same-sex couple, different things, preachers being, pushed and coerced and really demanded or commanded to marry same-sex couples against their will, doctors performing certain types of surgery, gender-affirming care to people that goes against their Christian sensibilities. We see that this is not about rights. It has never been about rights. It's about turning us away from God so that we cannot have a relationship with God, so that we cannot pray to him and he actually hears us and set things straight. That's what it's really about. Think about it. It's being promoted as a human right, but it's really about turning us away from God. And, the devil is not going to just come out and say, I'm the devil. He's got to make it sound good and appeal to that human part of us that has some pride attached to it, that it's my human right. Why can they do something that I can't do? This is very slick. Satan does his job. I'm telling you, but we have to be better at doing our job. All right. As believers, as Christians, you see this mess, this hypocrisy. All of this hypocrisy that is out there. Oh, well, he's got access to information. Well, Joe Biden had unpaid folks with full access to information. See what I mean? They can do it, but it's a two-tier thing going on. It needs to be the same way across the boards, no matter what. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to smash like, comment, share, subscribe, hit all notifications so that you are always alerted of new content. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America, and march on, warriors.